What? Ooh, excuse me, y'all. What's up, tribe? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys had a great Sunday. However, you chose to spend your Sunday. I know I'm early. I scheduled this for 8 o'clock. But listen, I got done watching the game. There's another game coming on at 8:30. So let me just go on and get this live out the way. Um, yeah. Because this ain't gonna take long. I mean, it's towards the end of the season. Y'all know how this goes at the end of the day. I should have used my where's my other one? I'm about to burn my damn finger trying to light this candle. Y'all know how it is at the end of the season. So it's the Real Housewives of Miami season 7, episode 15, I believe we are on. And I think next week is next week is the finale, and then of course, we have the reunion, honey. So let's get into this final episode. This episode was all about, y'all know, we trying to get to the end of the season, trying to get some makeups. They are still on the cruise, which I'm excited to see all the different things all the different things going on the cruise. Because I'm going on the Virgin Cruise in May, so I'm excited to see all the happenings that are going on the cruise. Now, we start off the morning, they have an 80s workout. Now, if you guys are babies of the 80s or anything like that, y'all know that aerobics was like the thing in the 80s. Jane Fonda and all of the different variations of Jane Fonda in the workout and the leotards and the neon and everything. So the ladies did a good job with that. I think Gertie wins. If they were given a prize, Gertie wins. Gertie looked really cute with her little wig and her little outfit. She even had her little fanny pack and all of those things. Shut up, Cajun. Yes, the Ravens looked good. Both of the teams that I wanted to lose won. But they were good games. That Giants and Cowboy game was really yeah. Richard Simmons, absolutely. That Giants Cowboys game was so good. It was so good. I couldn't even be mad that the Cowboys ended up winning. It went into overtime, and it was what it was. And then I wanted the Chiefs to beat the Eagles, but baby, the Eagles just look good. The Chiefs don't look so good, y'all. The Chiefs, they are 0-2. I can't. When was the last time the Chiefs started off a season 0-2? It's about to be a situation. But anyway, yeah, it was some good games on. And then tonight's game, the Falcons are playing the Vikings. I think that's going to be a pretty decent game too. So I'm gonna probably watch at least the first half of that. So anyway, with that being said, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this episode. So this was they, like I said, they're still on the ship. So they went to the aerobics, and while they were at the aerobics, some of the ladies, right, and that's why I'll be honest with you, other than the fact that I wanted the Eagles to lose because they're in my division, you know what I mean? I just want them to lose because they're in my division, and I just don't want, just division wise, it was advantageous for me. But in the grand scheme of things, I ain't mad at I'm not mad that Kansas City lost, if I'm being honest. But other than that, so I'm just scoping out the Falcons because we played them in 2 weeks. So I don't really care if they win or lose, to be honest. I just want to see what they looking like. Okay. We play the Raiders this week coming up, this Sunday. And then the Sunday after that, we play the Falcons. So I'm just scoping that out. Let me say this. Majani, I think you won. Hold on, let me see. The last time I checked, Majani was winning, y'all, in the football pool. Look, I'm talking about everything except for what I came on here to talk about. Hold on, we're going to get to Miami in a second. Because I said, look at Majani kicking butt and taking names. You were like way, way at the top. Let me make sure I ain't telling no fibs. Hold on. Yes, Majani, baby, you were at top. You have a very commanding lead. You are in first place, and the person that's in second place is almost 20 points behind you. So I think, Majani, you're going to get you a little change this weekend, honey. I'm all the way in 10th place, yeah. I'm at the bottom. I'm in 10. I'm in 10 out of 10. Baby, I'm at the bottom of the barrel. Do I have anybody playing tonight? I do not. Damn, y'all kicked my ass today. Anyway, and I had Josh Allen as my quarterback. Tyreek Hill. I had a decent team. They just weren't good enough, I guess. Anyway. Really be maybe you should start a channel that concentrate on football. No, no. And here's the reason why. Actually, there's this lady on TikTok that was asking for people if they were interested. I mean, women. And I said I was going to email her because she said she wants to start. There's the thing. 2 reasons why I'm saying no. Reason number 1, I just don't have the bandwidth to add anything else right now. I just don't. What's up, boo? The second reason is I do love football. And I can talk football, you know what I mean? But I think there may be some people that I don't know. I told El Teddy, I wanted El Teddy to try to start a football, like a football, but again, it's just hard. It's just hard. To get people together to do it. But yeah, excuse me, I'm sorry. But I am going to email her back. Though. I mean, I'm not back, but I'm going to email her. But anyway, child, let's get to this. Just get to this. And you won't, Cajun, you got a wrench over here. I'm about to put you in timeout. I'm about to make Don a manager mod just so he can put you in timeout. You hear me? Now go sit down somewhere. Let's get into this. It's 8 minutes in and we ain't even started this review yet. So anyway, so the ladies looked really good, but you know who didn't look good? And y'all, I listen, I really try my best not to do like the body shaming stuff, or especially when it comes to women. I mean, I'm gonna speak the obvious as far as fashions and stuff, but I really try not to get into like people's body. But Larsa Pippen, I feel like she went back and had a second BBL. Because the first one was obvious, but this one is... And when she had them leotards on, and it's not looking good. It is not looking good. And then her face, it's looking... Something is going on with Larsa's face. I don't know if she's... Baby, when Marisol said, when they said we should check to see if Lisa or Larsa are overboard, and she said Larsa will be okay because she can float, baby, I lost it. When she said that she gonna float, I was done. But anyway, I'm sorry. Larsa is not looking good, and I feel like whatever surgery she had, I really feel like she went back and had a second BBL because it really feels like it was. Did y'all see her in them leotards? It really looked like she had on a butt pad. It really looked... Yeah, I did notice that they didn't do a flashback picture of her. You're right, because we wouldn't recognize it. We wouldn't know who the fuck it was. But anyway, I'm not going to dwell on that. So the ladies go up on the deck while Lisa and Larsa go and have a conversation. Now, the one thing they told Larsa was, girl, don't dwell in the past. Don't go backwards. Just let it, just let it be. Like, don't focus on, don't focus on the small stuff, right? Child, what Larsa do? Well, it really hurt me when you said that I was the paparazzi. Yeah. That I was the paparazzi that got Marcus, that called Marcus, that... We can never go forward if we just gonna keep arguing about the old shit. Somebody said, Julia's hair. Listen. I mean, I guess you're talking about the braids. The little cornrows. Listen. I'm done. And when I say I'm done, I mean, I'm done with fighting with people over the appropriation of braids. And here's the reason why I say I'm done. Because for as long as I have been going on cruises, which is probably over 20, about 20 years now. Every time you go on the island, there are women there that are making money off of braiding people's hair. Look. I mean, damn it, what's this thing? No, she's never worn braids on the show, but again, they're literally just people. Bye-bye, Elsie Charm. There's literally just people that, like, especially women who are that literally are just there braiding people's hair. I mean, I have seen everybody with their hair braided, from old white women to 3-year-old little white girls. It's just, and I'm not saying that I don't care. I'm just saying I'm not going to sit here and browbeat Julia for doing it when probably half the people walking around on that ship did the same thing. I'm just not. I'm just not. Now, y'all can be mad about it, and that's fine. And y'all can, go off in the chat. That's fine. But when it comes to all the things I could be mad at Julia about, that's just not at the top of my list. That's just like when Alexia was saying Gertie's got rhythm, and Audriana was like, of course she does. That slapped me on the side of my head too. And I was like, why? Why does Gertie, of course she has rhythm. Why? Because she black? Like, that was the first thing I was thinking. Why? Because she black? She has to have rhythm. Of course she does. But y'all, I'm not even going to drag Audriana. I mean, I could, but I'm not even going to drag her. Yeah, Bo Derek did it in the 70s, child. Those didn't look like a black woman or Islander did them. How you know, Chuck? How you know the difference? Tell me the difference, Chuck. Tell me the difference. You just want to be mad at Julia. Tell me how you know the difference. I mean, it probably wasn't, but tell me how you know the difference. Just tell me. Tell me. You just want to be mad at Julia. And it's okay. Just say, look, I don't like her. And I don't care what she do, I'm going to be mad about it. That's fine. That's okay. But I'm just saying, the braids were messy. Chuck, you just want to be mad. Anyway, let me move on, child. So Lisa and Larsa, they have this conversation. And I mean, of course, at the end, they make up. Lisa is so ditzy. Lisa going to order a green shot and a glass of wine, talking about something. I was trying to detox. Larsa was like, you trying to detox with wine? Girl, how you going to have a green drink and some wine, talking about something? I'm trying to detox. Lisa, girl, that is not how that works. That is not how that works. Moving right along. Child, they make up, whatever. So then they're talking about Audriana. Let me say this side note. Stephanie, you still get on my nerves, but I like this second confessional look. I feel like you tried to let go of the whole Jackie O thing you seem to have, and you got yourself a longer wig, your makeup. I thought it looked nice. Even your outfit was better. I thought you looked a lot nicer. I thought you looked very nice. Okay. Anyway, they decided that they were going to do something for Audriana. Now, Audriana told them heifers that she didn't want to celebrate her birthday. And they said, we're going to celebrate it whether she likes it or not. Now, for those of you that remember me defending Will Smith, before y'all start calling me a hypocrite, let me explain the difference. Audriana said that she did not want to have a party. Them heifers decided that they was going to do it anyway, whether she liked it or not. And I say that I feel like they should have respected her wishes for saying she didn't want to have a whole thing. It would be one thing if they got a cake and they called everybody to Marisol Suite and had a cake for her. But y'all went and had a cake, and then y'all had like a whole spectacular spectacle in the middle of the dining room with everybody watching. And again, she told y'all heifers she didn't want to celebrate. Now, before y'all start calling me a hypocrite and be like, but you was defending Will Smith when Jada said that she didn't want a 40th birthday party and he did one anyway. Let me be clear. I defended Will Smith because Jada was saying that was selfish of him. What I was defending is I didn't think it came from a selfish place. I think he really truly was like, oh, she's just, she's just feeling bad about turning 40. I'm going to make it this great event and she's going to have a great time. And, I don't think it was his ego that did it. I think he really thought he was just like these ladies really felt like she's depressed. We're going to bring her out of her depression. We're going to celebrate her, whatever. That is all I was saying. So before somebody be like, really be, I remember when you was defending, I never said that Will Smith was right to have the party. What I said was, I didn't think it was his ego that was making him have the party. I didn't think it was his ego that did it. Okay, moving right along. So they go to the spa. And again, I have seen so many TikTok reels and stuff about this spa. I'm gonna be honest, if it's within my budget, I want to go to the spa when I get on the cruise. They say this spa is so beautiful, and you could just book you can book a day pass. I mean, they have the Himalayan salt room. They have the mud baths. They have, of course, the tranquil water and all of that. They have the heated marble rooms. Like, I want to go experience that. Like, I have been to spas before, but I don't think I've been to a spa like this. And I'm sure that the package they got is not the package that I would get. I'm sure they got like the highest tier of the spa package. But I just wanted I think you can get them in like passes where you could be there for like a couple of hours or something. I just want one of those passes. I don't know how much they are. I'm gonna have to see what my budget looking like and what the prices is looking like. But if it's within my budget, I definitely want to do that. I saw a couple of TikTok reels and they were like, book it early so you can get a good time. And I was like, I definitely wanted, and they said the best days to go are the days, obviously, when the ship is at port, when most of the people get off the ship. So anyway, so I might do it the day we go to Key West, because I don't care nothing about going to Key West. But the day we go to Bimini, I'm definitely getting off the ship and I'm going to do Bimini. But the Key West day is the day I might do the spa. But anyway, neither here nor there. So they go to the spa or whatever, and Gertie is talking to Julia about going to therapy. I don't think it was just Julia, but I know Julia was there. About going to therapy. Have you been to Ballon Springs? They have a salt room and stuff. Where's that, Tawana? The answer is no. Where is it? I've been to a salt room. I haven't been there though, but I've been to a Himalayan salt room, and it is very relaxing. It's very nice and very relaxing. Okay, Cajun, let me know, babe. So she was just saying how she does have some childhood trauma and how she, she's nervous about going, but she feels like it's in Alexandria. Oh no, I'm gonna check it out. No, I've never been there. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna check it out. Maybe over the holidays I might go, when I can go during the day, and So then, what? I know I've said this before, but why does Kiki have to make everything a spectacle? Like when they were up on the deck and she was just holding her legs wide open, talking about my vagina needs vitamin D, and like, why does she always need the attention, and why does it always have to be sexual with Kiki? Like, it's just, sometimes she just does so much and it just irritates me, because I feel like she's like, look at me, look at me, look at me. Like, I need all of the attention. And then when they went to the spa, she's literally running around that spa like she never been nowhere before. First of all, I know you have. That's number one, Kiki. I know you've been places before. I know you've been to spas before. I know you've been to nice places before. That's number one. Number two, and even if you hadn't, can you act like you have? Can you act like it? Even if you haven't, can you act like you have? Anyway. So Stephanie and Alexia, they get to talking. Alexia, girl, what's wrong with you? You literally threw your friend all the way under the bus, and then you put the bus in reverse and backed up over her again. Why did you make everything about Marisol? Why did you say, well, I wanted to go, but Marisol didn't want to go? I begged her to go. And that is, I don't believe that. And even if they listen, let me tell you something. As tight as Marisol and Alexia are, ain't no way in hell that Alexia is supposed to break rank like that and sit there with Stephanie and be like, yeah, well, I wanted to go, but Marisol said, and Marisol said, and Marisol said, and you put that whole thing about not getting on that boat, on that private plane, you put that whole thing on Marisol, and I think that was fucked up. Then they bonded on their sisters because Alexia said that her and her sister don't really have a good relationship, and of course Stephanie and her sisters don't have a good relationship, so they bonded over not having a good relationship with their sisters, and now they friends, child. But in the meantime, girl, you done back that Mack truck over your friend. You done drove it, put it in reverse, drove it, and put it in reverse. And I'm going to be interested to see what happens at the reunion when that comes up, because that has to come up at the reunion. But I also know that Alexia is not happy about some of the things that she heard Marisol say about her and Todd, because she was on Watch What Happens Live after this show, and she was saying that she didn't really appreciate some of the things that Marisol said. She said it shocked her to hear some of the things that Marisol said. The thermal suite 3-day passes. Oh, that's not bad, Cajun. Let's do it. You want to go to the spa? Let's book it for the day that do you want to? If you want to get off the ship in Key West, you can. But I think I'm gonna book it for the Key West day. Oh yes. Oh yes. I'm ready for that right there. I'm ready. So, okay. I know. That's the Royal Caribbean one, or that's James's? Okay, that's ours. Okay, well, we can do it on the, you know what? Yes, let's book it the day that, because I'm not getting off the when we get to the end of the review, we'll talk about it, because okay, let me think about it. Let me meditate on it. So, but I still want to do it. So, I just got to figure out when. Oh, that's right. It is a 3-day pass. Damn, you just said that. Okay, yeah, I'm doing it. Thank you, Cajun. I'm going to do it. So, did Marisol share her feelings about Todd? She did. She absolutely did, Chuck. She did. So, from that note, she did. So, and I found something else interesting that Alexia said when she was on Watch What Happens Live. Alexia used the present tense when she talked about Todd and not past tense. She was like, I love Todd. She didn't say, I really did love Todd. She was like, I love Todd. And I also find it interesting that Andy did not bring up Todd's live, and neither did and Alexia didn't say anything about it either. I find it very interesting that neither one of them brought up that live that Todd did. We'll see what happens at the reunion. Maybe something was said at the reunion that they didn't want to get into. They said, and they also said something major dropped at the reunion that had everybody's mouth open. You know that Marisol was defending herself about going to school. So I'm wondering if somebody did a check on her and realized that she didn't go to the school she said she went to a lot about something about her past. Because as soon as like that couple of days after the reunion, Marisol came down on her social media talking about that this is the school she went to, this was the name of the school, and she did graduate. So I was like, ooh, did somebody come after Marisol down to the cruise? Or at the reunion? So anyway, that's pretty much what happened down to the spa. And Stephanie was like, oh, Marisol, she's a backstabber, she's a two-timer, she'll lie to your face, yada, yada, yada. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I still feel the way I feel. Like, Stephanie, I still feel like you was doing way too much and you took that whole situation way personal. You said the things that they said you said. And for you to be like, well, I thought y'all were on my side because you guys understood how upset I was. Yeah, they did understand how upset you were. They were on your side, but you took it too far. And that's all they were saying. Like, you literally did say, if y'all don't know how to act, I'm going to just leave y'all there. Girl, we're not talking about we sharing an Uber to the restaurant, and if I don't know how to act, you gonna leave me there. Like, we're literally getting on a plane and flying, even though it was only, a 50-mile, a 20-minute flight. It doesn't matter. It would have been a 2-hour drive back. Like, girl. Yeah, they do always hype up the reunion, child. Allegedly, Adrian left to go see her mother because she was upset after the reunion, according to Anna. Go see her mother. Audriana is 60 years old. And don't get me wrong, I guess you're never too old to want or need your mother, but what? Anyway, moving right along. So they go to dinner. They're at the red dinner, which I'm excited about when I get on the cruise too, the whole red thing. And again, Gertie, you fail me. Every time I'm getting ready to give Gertie a compliment, she does something to make me be like, girl. Like when they went down to when they flew down to wherever it was they flew down to on Stephanie's private jet, that outfit that Gertie had on, I thought was so cute until I saw the shirt underneath. It was like I don't know if it was Versace or Versace inspired, like print. It was like they look like the the outfits that look like pajamas, and it has like that Versace like print with that's the busy print. And I was like, and then she paired it with like a cute pair of pumps, and I was like, oh my gosh, Gertie looks so cute until I saw the shirt, and I was like, girl, all you needed was a plain white t-shirt or tank top. That is it. Why she had this like sparkly 1970s solid gold shirt on? I said, girl, who told you to do that? Who told you to put that outfit? Was fine just the way it was, and the way you had the shirt button and the heels, the pumps you was wearing with it, baby, that outfit was giving me life until I saw that damn shirt. And then you put a fucking red bunny on your head. Who does what? I'm sorry, what? With a veil over your face. Girl, what were you doing? Anyway. So they're talking around the table at dinner. And then somebody shows up with a cake for Audriana. Who put the fucking math problem on Audriana's cake? That added up to 59. First of all, it was bad enough that y'all celebrated her birthday after she told you she didn't want y'all to celebrate her fucking birthday. Then somebody put her age on there, and it was somebody trying to be slick because they didn't just come right out and put her age on there. They put a math problem so you would figure out that she was 59, which was very intentional. So whoever did it was being very mean, and that was fucked up. It sounded like some Marisol shit. That sounds like something Marisol would do. Now, I didn't see anybody take credit for it. Did Marisol take credit for it? I didn't see anybody take credit for it, but it sounded like something Marisol would do. But I thought that was kind of fucked up. I mean, it was bad enough y'all was celebrating that woman's birthday, but then you're going to tell the whole world how old she is after she literally told you how insecure she was about getting older. Now, don't get me wrong. If it was Marisol, I'm okay with it being Marisol after the way that lady talked about her wrinkled knees. After the way she talked about that lady's wrinkled knees, I ain't mad at Marisol for doing it, but that was petty. That was real petty. Anyway, so they go and dance the night away, child. They have themselves a good time, okay? It's the Scarlet Party. They dancing, yada, yada, yada. They get back home. Gertie goes to therapy, and she just really gets into a little more detail about coming to America and how, they basically were stuck in a basement or stuck in a room for however many months until their papers arrived so the people they were living with could enroll them in school. And she was just saying how alone she felt. She was like, she just can't imagine. She said she understood why her parents did it, but she just can't wrap her brain around doing that to her own kids. And I have mixed feelings on this situation, and I by no means am going to diminish Gertie's experience because it wasn't my experience and I wasn't there. So I'm in no way, shape, or form going to diminish her experience. But what I am going to say is I don't think you could compare you and your kids to your parents and what they did. Because let's be clear, that happened here in the United States, where you had families literally sending their young girls up north to live with family that most of them had probably never met or had never been around a lot, just to get them out of the South to protect them from potentially being assaulted and things of that nature, right? It's a hard decision that parents have to make. I'm sure that your parents did not think long term or think from that perspective. I think your parents were trying to get you out of a bad situation. No disrespect to Haiti, but Haiti has had political unrest since the 1970s. And your parents may not have been in the best situation. And I think that your parents were doing the best they could with what they had. Did it affect you? Yes. Did it cause you trauma? Absolutely. But I don't think that you can compare you with your boys being in the situation that you guys are in to what your parents were facing. And I'm just being honest. Now, I get it. Don't get me wrong. Your parents' decisions did cause you trauma. But she has a lot of anger at her parents. And I hope that through therapy, she can process that anger and understand, yes, it caused me trauma. However, the alternative could have been worse. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not judging. She has every right to feel how she feels about her experience. But I just know that, especially Black parents, whether they're Haitian, African American, African, whatever words you want to talk about, have always had to make hard decisions to protect their family. You know, so moving right along. But I'm glad she's getting the therapy, and I'm glad she's processing through the trauma. Whatever she comes up with on the other end, I think is good for her to get it out and process it. Then we go to dinner at Marisol's pool house. Listen. Do y'all think that Marisol has a eating disorder, or do you think that they play it up because Marisol really don't have nothing else going on? Because they made a big deal about the fact that Marisol didn't eat. How do you invite somebody to your house to eat and then you don't even eat? Like, you don't even pretend to eat. You don't put a salad on your plate. Like, her husband made like a pasta dish. I understand if you didn't want to eat pasta. You couldn't put a little salad on your plate. I think that's rude. I think that's rude to invite somebody over your house for dinner and you don't eat. And then she was like, "Oh, I had some vegan cheese before you guys came over. I'm so full." And this isn't the first time that they've made a big deal about Marisol not eating. This is the first time. I mean, this isn't the first time. Marisol is a functioning drunk. I agree. I think she is. I absolutely believe that, because alcoholics don't eat a lot either. Generally speaking, I know that's a general statement, but a lot of times alcoholics don't eat a lot either because they drink their food. And I really think that's a good, now Amanda, that's a good observation. Amanda said the way Gertie described her experience makes sense as to why it's easy for her to forgive and get past something. As a child, she was used to that behavior. That's valid. Cheese does fill you up quickly, but again, you knew you invited them people over your house. It's not like you had hors d'oeuvres sitting out and you was nibbling. Like, girl, if you don't, I just think that's rude. I mean, again, it's not like we went out to eat and you didn't eat. You literally invited me to your house for dinner and you're not eating anything. It would almost make me be like, why you not eating your own food? What's in this food? Why you not eating the food? That's what I be thinking. I be thinking, why you not eating your own food? What's in this food? Now, Frankie was there, and Frankie told on Marisol too. Frankie told her she was drinking too much. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Frankie, and I understand that Frankie is not an idiot. He just cannot process his thoughts the way we do because of his traumatic brain injury. But baby, if y'all listen to Frankie, Frankie be telling y'all the business. Frankie be telling y'all what the hell is going on. Frankie told Marisol she drink too much. Right, Sweet Pea? Excuse me. Frankie told Marisol she drink too much. Frankie was defending Todd. Quiet as kept and loud as it is. Go back and look at them episodes where Frankie was around and they was talking about Todd. Frankie was trying to get them to stop. Frankie didn't want them. He didn't want to hear them bad mouthing Todd. Go back and pay attention. Frankie was like, no. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Frankie be telling on these people. They be trying to talk around him. And let me tell y'all something. I have a friend who has her own. I worked with her for a long time in education, and she has started her own consulting business. And she does like TikTok, she does, like inspirational videos on TikTok and stuff like that. And she's actually been one of my principals. And she actually said a video she did a couple of weeks ago. I'm gonna go back and find it. A video she did a couple of weeks ago when she was talking to educational leaders. Basically, she was talking to principals, right? And people who work in leadership. She said, listen, working when you are off doesn't prove you're a good leader. Sending out emails at 2:00 in the morning doesn't prove that you're a good leader. It doesn't show that you're a good leader. And when I tell y'all, I have been getting emails all day long from my principal and my vice principal and my other vice principal. And every time I get an email, I just think to myself, working on your day off does not prove leadership. Y'all done sent 20 emails today. And the problem is your expectation is that I'm going to read them today. Baby, just because you sent the email on Sunday don't mean I'm reading it on Sunday. I'm going to read it tomorrow morning when I get to work, when I'm on your clock. See, y'all send that shit out on Sunday because you are going to walk in there tomorrow with the expectation that I read it. I'm sorry. I looked about, it was another fucking email. Like I'm not exaggerating, y'all. I have literally gotten about 6 or 7 emails today from somebody on my leadership team, either my principal or somebody else. And I'm like, enjoy your day. Like the shit's going to be there tomorrow. Enjoy your day. Anyway, moving right along. Todd's version did sound honest. I think it did too. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go get some water. Hold on. Anyway, sorry about that, y'all. I was we almost done, but I needed something to drink. So what happened after that? So the other thing was Alexia was talking about Todd, and Marisol was like, basically Marisol was letting it be known that she is not happy that Alexia and Todd are basically getting back together. When they filmed this, I guess Alexia and Todd were talking about, getting back together, how they're going to bring the family back together. She was like, well, have you told Peter? And she was like, oh yeah, Peter's fine with it. Mind you, 3 episodes ago, you had Peter talking shit about Todd in the house that, according to Todd, he was renting for them. But Marisol let it be known that she was not happy that Alexia and Todd were back together. So you're right. Marisol didn't hide it. It wasn't no secret. She was very clear how she felt. Okay. Very clear on how she felt. Then we find out that Stephanie's Christmas party, she gonna have Audriana perform, child. And Audriana started talking about why her birthday is so upsetting to her and what she was so upset about on the cruise. She said, sometimes I can't do all the arguing. Sometimes I just get overwhelmed with all of the arguing and all of the bickering. And in my mind, I'm like, Audriana, you be starting this shit half the time. Man, I will say this year, Audriana has not been as bad as she has been in other seasons. Like, she has not been as activated. She said she missed her boyfriend who's been back in France for 6 weeks. Girl, because his contract ran out. You only paid him to be there for 2 weeks. He went back to France because that's where he lives. Girl. And then Audriana was talking about, of course, Marisol and Alexia, which are her two favorite people to talk about, child. But again, I'm exaggerating, but still, I mean, y'all know that wasn't her real boyfriend. Come on now. Y'all know that was not her real boyfriend. But anyway, so Audriana is going to perform at Stephanie's Christmas party. That's going to be the finale. I find it interesting that Stephanie kept saying, this is our annual Christmas party, but yeah, it's just for them. Girl, bye. Just say you're throwing a party for the girls. And, you want to invite a few other people to make it look good. Because that's all it is. Like, this is not your real Christmas party. Because you ain't going to have your real executive people around these women who going to pop off at any second. Okay? Maybe she should go to France with them. Oh, damn. I don't know what was wrong with Audriana on that cruise, though, but something was wrong. She definitely was not her normal self. She didn't even fake it. Like, she literally was like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Like, she literally was only there to because she had to be there, because she was over it. I mean, what is this? Why is this camera acting like this right now? But she was definitely over it. I mean, you could tell she was over it. So I don't know what the issue was, but she absolutely was over it. But that was pretty much the episode. Like I said, next week is the finale, and then we have the reunion, which they're gonna stretch that shit out to 3 weeks. But we have a lot of stuff coming up. I went and looked up all of these dates, honey. Look, this is what we have coming up. Of course, we always have Beyond the Gates. This week is gonna be on my channel. So Saturday we have Beyond the Gates. Reasonable Doubt starts on the 18th, which is today is the 14th. So what's that, Thursday? Reasonable Doubt. If you don't know Reasonable Doubt, it's a show that comes on Hulu. It's a black detective. A black lawyer. Her name is Jax. If you're new to Reasonable Doubt, go to Hulu. If you have Hulu, watch season 1 and season 2. They are so good. Okay. But y'all know how Hulu does their shows. They usually drop 2 episodes at a time. So they'll probably drop 2 episodes on Thursday. And then next week they'll drop 2. They do like that. And it's usually 10 episodes. So for the next 5 weeks, we'll be doing that. I usually do Reasonable Doubt as uploads. But depending on my time, I may do a live here or there. But for the most part, Reasonable Doubt will probably be uploads. We have Bell Collective October the 3rd. Force starts November the 7th. The Braxtons start on the 10th of October. That is the weekend I'm going to be in Louisville, so I won't be doing the Braxtons. That first episode will have to be after I get back home. Bell Collective, y'all know we'll do that live. I'll probably do Bell Collective. That's a Friday. I'll either do a Friday or I'll do it over the weekend at some point. Salt Lake City is this week. So that's Tuesday. Potomac is October the 5th. Baby, we busy. We're going to be busy bees over here, okay? I think Stephanie and Marisol are going to get into it at the reunion too, because Stephanie got some smoke for Marisol. But I think Alexia throwing Marisol under the bus was kind of effed up. But anyway, that's what we have going on, you guys. Let me get off of here so I can watch this football game and relax my last couple of hours before I have to hit that grind. Your birthday? What day is your birthday, DB? What are these dates I said? October the 3rd. When your birthday, girl? Remind me, but happy early birthday. All right, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Don't forget, 8 o'clock, we will be here for Heart and Hustle panel with myself, Josiah, giving you the real tea. And I have a special guest tomorrow. We'll be doing that. Tuesday will be Salt Lake City. Wednesday, don't know. But that's what we got going on. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.